This is part 3. The confrontation. Naomi woke up before dawn. She hadn't really slept, just laid in bed planning what she would do. The clock on the bedside table glowed 5 a.m. Beside her, Lily was sleeping peacefully, her small chest rising and falling with each breath. Naomi watched her for a moment, memorizing her peaceful face, because after today, nothing would ever be the same. Naomi quietly got out of bed and went to the living room. She pulled out the burner phone and texted Jessica Wang. "I'm going back to Brooklyn Memorial. I need to confront Dr. Cole before the story breaks. She needs to tell me everything about my parents, about Diana, about what she tried to do to Lily." The response came almost immediately. "Are you crazy? That's exactly what they want. They're probably watching the hospital waiting for you to show up. Naomi, please don't do this." "I have to. For Vincent, for my parents, for everyone she hurt." "Then at least wait until after the story publishes. Once everything is public, she can't touch you without making herself look guilty." "When does it go live?" 8 a.m., 6 hours from now. Naomi thought for a moment. "Okay, I'll wait, but I need you to do something for me. If anything happens to me, if I don't contact you by noon, there's a little girl named Lily in apartment 6F at 2847 Maple Street in Philadelphia. Promise me you'll take care of her." "Nothing is going to happen to you. But yes, I promise. Please be careful, Naomi. These people are dangerous." "I know. That's why I have to stop them." Naomi put down the phone and looked at the clock. 6 hours. She had to keep Lily safe for 6 more hours. Then she could go back to New York and get answers. She made coffee and sat by the window, watching the sun rise over Philadelphia. The city was just waking up. Cars starting, lights turning on in apartments, people beginning their normal days. Normal. Naomi barely remembered what normal felt like. 2 days ago, she'd been a regular nurse working regular shifts. Now she was a fugitive hiding with a 6-year-old orphan, planning to confront a murderer. How had everything changed so fast? Around 6:30, Lily woke up. She came into the living room rubbing her eyes, dragging her bunny behind her. "Good morning, sweetheart," Naomi said, forcing a smile. "Morning?" Lily climbed onto the couch and curled up next to her. "Are we still hiding?" "Just for a little bit longer. Then everything will be okay." "Promise?" Naomi hugged her close. "I promise." They had breakfast together, cereal and orange juice. Lily seemed quieter than usual, more withdrawn. She kept looking at Naomi with worried eyes. "What's wrong?" Naomi asked gently. "You're going to leave, aren't you?" Lily said in a small voice. "You're going somewhere dangerous." Naomi's breath caught. "What makes you think that?" "Because you keep looking at me like you're saying goodbye. That's how Daddy looked at me the last time I saw him." Smart girl. Too smart. Naomi knelt down in front of her. "Lily, I need to go back to New York today, just for a few hours, but I promise I'll come back." "What if you don't? What if the bad people hurt you like they hurt Daddy and Uncle Vincent?" "They won't. I'm going to be very careful." Lily's eyes filled with tears. "Please don't go. I don't want to be alone again." Naomi's heart broke. She pulled Lily into her arms. "You won't be alone, I promise. There's someone I trust who will stay with you while I'm gone." "Who?" "A woman named Jessica. She's helping us. She'll keep you safe until I get back." Naomi sent Jessica another text. "Change of plans. Can you come to the safe house? I need someone to watch Lily while I go to Brooklyn Memorial." "I'll be there in 2 hours." "But Naomi, please reconsider this. Let the police handle Dr. Cole." "The police are compromised. You said so yourself. I have to do this." "Then I'm coming with you." "No. Someone needs to protect Lily. That's more important." There was a long pause before Jessica responded. "Okay, I'll watch her. But if you're not back by 3 p.m., I'm calling the FBI myself, compromised or not." Deal. At 8:30 a.m., Naomi's phone buzzed with news alerts. The story had gone live. Genesis Pharmaceuticals exposed. Decades of illegal human experimentation revealed. CEO Dr. Alexander Cade accused of murder, conspiracy, and crimes against humanity. Brooklyn Memorial Hospital under investigation for role in drug testing scandal. Naomi read through the articles. Jessica had done an incredible job. Everything was there. The evidence, the victim testimonies, the financial records, the photos. Vincent and Victor's story. Diana's murder. The MEMORIA drug. All of it. And at the end of one article, a section about Naomi's parents. Among the victims were researchers James and Susan Chen, who were killed in 2012 after threatening to expose the program. Their daughter Naomi, now 23, survived and has provided crucial evidence to authorities. The world knew now. Everything was out in the open. Naomi's phone started ringing. Unknown numbers, probably reporters trying to interview her. She ignored them all. Another text from Jessica. It's done. The story is everywhere. FBI is already moving. They've issued arrest warrants for Dr. Cade, Dr. Cole, and 15 others. You don't need to go to Brooklyn Memorial, Naomi. Let the FBI handle it. But Naomi couldn't let it go. The FBI might arrest Dr. Cole, but they couldn't make her answer the questions that haunted Naomi. Only a face-to-face confrontation could do that. At 9 a.m., Jessica arrived at the apartment. She was a woman in her 40s, with short black hair and intense eyes. She looked tired but determined. "You must be Naomi," she said, shaking her hand. "I'm Jessica Wang. Thank you for coming, and thank you for everything you've done." Jessica looked at Lily, who was sitting on the couch watching them nervously. "And you must be Lily. Your daddy was a very brave man." Lily nodded, but didn't say anything. Naomi knelt down beside her. "Lily, I need to go now. Jessica is going to stay with you. She's going to keep you safe and make sure nothing bad happens. When will you be back?" "Before dinner time, I promise." Lily threw her arms around Naomi's neck. "Please don't die." "I won't. I love you, Lily." "I love you too." Naomi stood up, blinking back tears. She looked at Jessica. "If anything happens to me, nothing is going to happen. But if it does, I'll take care of her. You have my word." Naomi nodded. She grabbed her backpack with the fake ID and cash and headed for the door. "Naomi," Jessica called after her, "be smart, be careful, and remember, you're not just fighting for yourself anymore. You're fighting for her." Naomi looked back at Lily one more time. "I know. That's exactly why I have to do this." The bus ride back to New York took 2 hours. Naomi spent the whole time reading news articles about the Genesis Pharmaceuticals scandal. It was the biggest story in the country, maybe the world. Dr. Alexander Cade's photo was everywhere. Police were searching for him, but he'd disappeared. Some reports said he'd fled to South America. Others said he was still in New York, hiding. Dr. Miranda Cole hadn't been found either. Brooklyn Memorial Hospital had been raided by the FBI that morning, but she wasn't there. None of her colleagues knew where she'd gone. Naomi had a feeling she knew exactly where Dr. Cole would be. The bus arrived at Port Authority around 11:30 a.m. Naomi took the subway to Brooklyn, keeping her head down and her baseball cap pulled low. Even though the story was public now, she didn't want to be recognized. Not yet. She got off at the stop near Brooklyn Memorial Hospital and walked the familiar route. She'd made this walk hundreds of times as a nurse. Now she was making it as something else entirely. The hospital looked different today. Police cars surrounded it. FBI agents in blue jackets were going in and out. News vans lined the street, reporters speaking into cameras. Naomi walked past all of them, keeping her head down. She used her nurse ID badge, which somehow still worked, to enter through a side door that employees used. The hallways were chaos. Nurses and doctors were being questioned by federal agents. Patients were being transferred to other hospitals. Everyone looked scared and confused. Naomi made her way to the cardiology wing, Dr. Cole's territory. She checked the doctor's office. Empty. She checked the research lab. Empty. Then she remembered something Vincent had told her. Dr. Cole has a private office in the basement. That's where she keeps her real files, her real research, the stuff she doesn't want anyone to see. Naomi took the elevator down to the basement. The hallways down here were empty and quiet. Storage rooms, old equipment, places where nobody came unless they had to. She walked slowly, checking each door, until she found one labeled Dr. M. Cole, Private Research. The door was locked, but Naomi still had her master key card from when she worked here. She swiped it and the door clicked open. Inside was a small office with a desk, filing cabinets, and a computer. The walls were covered with medical charts and diagrams, but what caught Naomi's attention was the wall safe behind the desk. It was open. Someone had been here recently. Recently enough that they hadn't bothered to close the safe. Naomi looked inside. Empty. Whatever had been stored there was gone now. Looking for something? Naomi spun around. Dr. Miranda Cole stood in the doorway, blocking her exit. She looked different than usual. Her perfect hair was messy, her makeup smudged. She looked tired, desperate, and she was holding a gun. Dr. Cole, Naomi said, trying to keep her voice steady. Naomi Chen, I wondered if you'd show up. Dr. Cole stepped into the office and closed the door behind her. You're the one who gave the evidence to that reporter, aren't you? Yes. Vincent gave it to you before he died. Yes. Dr. Cole smiled, but there was no warmth in it. That boy was always trouble, just like his brother, just like their father. Dr. Cade is their father. That's why they were trying to stop him. And look where it got them. Dead. Both of them. That's what happens to people who cross Alexander Cade. Naomi's hands clenched into fists. You killed them. You killed Vincent and Victor. You killed Diana. You killed my parents. I followed orders. That's all I've ever done. Following orders doesn't make you innocent. You murdered people. You destroyed families. You hurt children. Dr. Cole's face hardened. Those people were sacrifices for progress. Genesis Pharmaceuticals has created medicines that have saved millions of lives, but progress requires testing. It requires risks. Sometimes people get hurt. That's just how science works. That's not science. That's evil. Call it what you want. But in 50 years, when Genesis drugs have cured cancer and Alzheimer's and every other disease, no one will remember the few people who died to make it happen. History only remembers the winners, Naomi. History will remember you as a murderer. Dr. Cole raised the gun, pointing it directly at Naomi's heart. History won't remember me at all, because I'm about to disappear. Dr. Cade has a plane waiting. We're leaving the country in 2 hours. We'll live the rest of our lives in luxury while the FBI chases ghosts. You won't get away. They're looking for you everywhere. They won't find us. We've been planning our escape for years, just in case something went wrong. Dr. Cole moved closer. But before I go, I need to tie up one loose end. You. Naomi's heart pounded. If you kill me, it won't change anything. The evidence is already public. Everyone knows what you did. But you're the face of the story. You're the victim, the whistleblower, the hero. If you die in a tragic accident, it will muddy the waters, make people question the evidence, give us time to disappear completely. People will know you killed me. Will they? Or will they think you killed yourself out of grief? Poor Naomi Chen, traumatized by her parents' deaths, her lover's death, the weight of exposing Genesis Pharmaceuticals. It's a very believable story. Dr. Cole's finger moved to the trigger. Naomi closed her eyes, thinking of Lily, thinking of Vincent, thinking of all the promises she'd made. She couldn't die here, not like this, not when there was still so much to fight for. Wait, Naomi said quickly. I need to know something first. Before you kill me, I need to know the truth. Dr. Cole paused. What truth? My parents. The night they died. What really happened? Dr. Cole smiled cruelly. You want to know how they begged for their lives? How they cried for you as we dragged them away? I want to know why I don't remember. You gave me MEMORIA, didn't you? A small dose, just enough to erase that night. You were so young, so traumatic. We thought you'd be damaged forever. But the drug worked perfectly. You forgot everything. Tell me what I forgot. Dr. Cole seemed to consider this. Why not? You'll be dead in a minute anyway. She lowered the gun slightly, settling into the story. Your parents worked for Genesis Pharmaceuticals as researchers. They were brilliant, actually. They helped create the early versions of MEMORIA. But then they developed a conscience, started asking questions about how the drug was being used. Dr. Cade couldn't allow that. So he killed them. Not right away. First, he invited them to a special meeting, told them he wanted to discuss their concerns. They came to a warehouse with you. Stupid mistake, bringing a child to a business meeting. But I suppose they didn't trust anyone to babysit. Dr. Cole's eyes grew distant, remembering. Dr. Cade tried to reason with them, offered them money, promotions, anything to keep them quiet. But your father was stubborn. Said he'd go to the press, to the police, to anyone who would listen. So Dr. Cade gave the order. Naomi felt sick. What order? Kill them. Make it look like an accident. But there was a problem. You saw everything. You saw my associates shoot your parents. You screamed and cried and fought. You were only 10, but you fought like a tiger. Tears ran down Naomi's face. We couldn't kill you. Too suspicious. A whole family dying in one night. So Dr. Cade had a better idea. Use MEMORIA on you. Erase your memory of that night. Stage a car accident. Make it look like your parents died on the way home from a restaurant and you survived. You injected me with MEMORIA. It was actually your first human trial on a child. We weren't sure it would work, but it did. Perfectly. You woke up in the hospital with no memory of the warehouse, the shooting, any of it. You genuinely believed your parents died in a car crash. And my grandmother? Was she part of it? No, she really believed it was an accident too. But we paid her to raise you and keep an eye on you, make sure the memory loss was permanent. It was. Dr. Cole raised the gun again. Until now. Now you know everything. And now you need to die knowing it. You're wrong about one thing, Naomi said quietly. What's that? You said history only remembers the winners. But Vincent and Victor won. Their evidence is bringing down Genesis Pharmaceuticals. Their sacrifice meant something. And my parents won too, because I'm finishing what they started. Noble words for someone about to die. I'm not going to die, because you're not going to shoot me. Dr. Cole laughed. And why not? Because FBI agents are surrounding this building right now, because Jessica Wang told them I was coming here, because if you fire that gun, you'll be arrested before you can escape. It was a bluff. Naomi had no idea if Jessica had really called the FBI, but she had to try. Dr. Cole's smile faltered. You're lying. Am I? Then go ahead and shoot. See what happens. They stared at each other for a long moment. Dr. Cole's hand trembled slightly. Then, from outside the office, they heard voices. Footsteps. Someone shouting, FBI! Dr. Cole's eyes went wide with panic. No! 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 She turned to run, but the door burst open. 3 FBI agents in tactical gear stormed in, guns raised. Drop the weapon! Drop it now! Dr. Cole dropped the gun and raised her hands, her face pale. One agent grabbed her, pulling her arms behind her back and cuffing her. Another agent approached Naomi. Are you Naomi Chen? Yes. Are you hurt? No, I'm okay. The agent nodded. Jessica Wang called us, said you were confronting a suspect alone. That was incredibly stupid and incredibly brave." Naomi laughed, feeling tears and relief wash over her. "I know." They led Dr. Cole out of the office. As she passed Naomi, she hissed, "This isn't over. Dr. Cade will find you. He'll find that little girl. He never leaves loose ends." The agent pulled her away, but her words echoed in Naomi's mind. Lily. Dr. Cade knew about Lily. Naomi's phone buzzed. A text from Jessica. "FBI got Dr. Cole. You're safe. Coming back to Philly?" Naomi was about to respond when another text came through. From an unknown number. "Hello, Naomi. Or should I call you the girl who destroyed my life's work? This is Alexander Cade. We need to talk. I have something you want. Or rather, someone. Her name is Lily. Pretty little thing. Looks just like her father." Naomi's blood turned to ice. Another text. "Come to this address alone. No police, no FBI. Just you. You have 2 hours. If you're late, or if you bring anyone, Lily dies. Simple as that." The address was in New Jersey, an abandoned factory. Another text. "Oh, and Naomi, I'm looking forward to meeting you. After all, I killed your parents. It's only fair I get to kill you too." Naomi felt the world spinning around her. How did Cade get Lily? Jessica was supposed to be protecting her. The safe house was supposed to be secure. She called Jessica immediately. The phone rang and rang, then went to voicemail. Naomi called again. Still voicemail. Her hands shook as she sent a text. "Jessica, please tell me Lily is okay. Please respond." No response. She tried calling the burner phone she'd left with Lily. No answer. Panic clawed at her throat. No, this couldn't be happening. She grabbed one of the FBI agents. "I need to get to Philadelphia right now. There's a child in danger. Ma'am, you need to come with us to give a statement. There's no time. A little girl has been kidnapped. Please, I need a car or a helicopter or something." The agent looked at her supervisor, who nodded. "Get her a car and send agents to the Philadelphia address." 20 minutes later, Naomi was in the back of an FBI vehicle, speeding toward Philadelphia with sirens blaring. The drive that had taken 2 hours on the bus took only 45 minutes at high speed. They pulled up to the safe house apartment building. FBI agents swarmed inside. Naomi ran up the stairs to apartment 6F. The door was wide open. Inside, the apartment was destroyed. Furniture overturned, lamps broken, papers scattered everywhere. And on the wall, written in red spray paint, "Thanks for the girl." Jessica was lying on the floor, unconscious but breathing. Blood trickled from a cut on her forehead. "Jessica!" Naomi knelt beside her, checking her pulse. Strong and steady. Jessica's eyes fluttered open. "Naomi, I'm sorry. They came out of nowhere. 4 men. They took her." "It's okay. Just rest. The paramedics are coming. They said Dr. Cade wants to trade. Lily for you." "I know. He texted me." Jessica grabbed Naomi's arm. "Don't go. It's a trap. He'll kill you both. I have to. I promise to keep her safe. Let the FBI handle it. The FBI will take too long. By the time they negotiate and plan and prepare, Lily could be dead. I have to go now." An FBI agent approached. "Miss Chen, we can't let you go to that address. It's too dangerous." "Then I'll go without your permission. We'll arrest you for interfering with an investigation." Naomi stood up, meeting the agent's eyes. "Then arrest me. But you'll have to do it after I save that little girl, because I'm leaving now, and you'll have to shoot me to stop me." The agents looked at each other, uncertain. Naomi didn't wait for their decision. She ran out of the apartment, down the stairs, and into the street. She stole a car, something she'd never done in her life. She hot-wired it the way she'd seen in movies, praying it would work. It did. She typed the New Jersey address into her phone's GPS and started driving. The address was an hour away. Naomi drove as fast as she dared, her heart pounding, her mind racing. Dr. Alexander Cade, The man who'd abused Vincent and Victor as children. The man who'd killed her parents. The man who'd built an empire on human suffering. And now he had Lily. Naomi knew this was a trap. Knew she was probably driving to her death. But what choice did she have? Lily was her family now, her responsibility, her daughter, in every way that mattered. She would die before she let Cade hurt that little girl. The factory appeared on the horizon, a massive, crumbling building surrounded by empty fields. No other cars, no signs of life. Naomi parked the stolen car and got out. The sun was setting, painting the sky orange and red. It would be dark soon. She walked toward the factory entrance, her footsteps echoing in the silence. The door was unlocked. She pushed it open and stepped inside. The factory floor was huge and empty. Rusted machinery sat in corners. Broken windows let in beams of fading sunlight. And in the center of the room, tied to a chair, was Lily. "Lily!" Naomi ran toward her. "Stop right there," a voice called from the shadows. Dr. Alexander Cade stepped into view. He looked like his photos. Silver hair, cold blue eyes, expensive suit. He was holding a gun. "Naomi Chen, at last we meet. You've been quite a thorn in my side. Let her go. This is between you and me." "Oh, it's very much between you and me. You destroyed my company. You exposed my work. You've ruined everything I spent 25 years building. You ruined your own life by being a monster." Cade smiled. Strong words from someone in no position to negotiate. Naomi looked at Lily. The little girl was crying, her face pale with fear. But she was alive. That's what mattered. "What do you want?" Naomi asked. "Justice, eye for an eye. You took everything from me. So I'm going to take everything from you." He raised the gun and pointed it at Lily. "No," Naomi screamed. "Please, she's just a child. She didn't do anything." "Neither did my sons. But you helped them betray me. You helped them destroy me. So now you get to watch her die, knowing it's all your fault." "I'll do anything. Please, take me instead." "Oh, I'm going to kill you too. But first, you suffer." His finger moved to the trigger. Naomi did the only thing she could think of. She ran, straight at Cade, throwing her whole body at him just as he fired. The shot missed Lily by inches. Naomi crashed into Cade, knocking him to the ground. The gun skittered across the floor. They fought. Naomi scratching and punching and biting, Cade trying to throw her off. He was stronger, but she was desperate. She thought of Vincent, of her parents, of Lily. Every person Cade had hurt gave her strength. She managed to punch him in the face. Hard. His nose crunched and blood poured down his face. He howled and pushed her off him, sending her crashing into a wall. Cade stumbled to his feet and lunged for the gun. But Naomi was faster. She grabbed the gun first, her hands shaking as she pointed it at him. "Don't move," she said. Cade froze, blood dripping from his broken nose. "You won't shoot me. You're not a killer." "You're right. I'm not a killer. But I'm a protector, and I'll do whatever it takes to protect that little girl." "Then shoot me. Do it. Become what I am." Naomi's finger trembled on the trigger. She wanted to shoot him. God, she wanted to so badly. For her parents. For Vincent and Victor. For Diana. For every person he'd hurt. But then she looked at Lily, still tied to the chair, watching with terrified eyes. If she killed Cade, what would Lily remember? What would that teach her? That violence solves problems? That revenge is justice? No. Lily had seen enough death, had lost enough family. Naomi lowered the gun. "No, you're going to prison. You're going to spend the rest of your life paying for what you did. And every day you'll know that you lost. That a 23-year-old nurse destroyed everything you built." Cade's face twisted with rage. "You little—" He lunged at her again. But this time Naomi was ready. She sidestepped and hit him in the head with the gun. He crumpled to the ground, unconscious. Naomi ran to Lily and untied her. The little girl threw her arms around her, sobbing. "It's okay. You're safe now. I've got you." I was so scared. He said he was going to hurt you. He can't hurt anyone anymore. Sirens wailed in the distance. The FBI had tracked her here after all. Within minutes, federal agents poured into the factory. They arrested the unconscious Cade. They took statements from Naomi and Lily. They secured the scene. An agent approached Naomi. "That was incredibly reckless. You could have both been killed." "But we weren't. You got lucky." "Maybe. Or maybe Vincent and Victor were watching over us." The agent shook his head but smiled slightly. "You're going to be a key witness in the biggest criminal trial of the decade. You know that, right?" "I know." "And you're probably going to be famous. The whistleblower who brought down Genesis Pharmaceuticals." Naomi looked down at Lily, who was holding her hand tight. "I don't want to be famous. I just want to give this little girl a normal life. After everything you've been through, you deserve that." As they were led out of the factory, Lily looked up at Naomi. "Is it really over now?" Naomi thought about all the court cases ahead, the testimonies, the trials, the reporters, the attention. But the real fight, the fight to expose Genesis Pharmaceuticals and stop them from hurting more people, that fight was over. They'd won. "Yes, sweetheart, it's really over. Can we go home now?" Home. Naomi didn't even have a home anymore. Her apartment in Brooklyn was probably still being searched by FBI. She couldn't go back there. But then she realized, home wasn't a place. Home was wherever she and Lily were together. "Yes," Naomi said, squeezing her hand. "Let's go home." To be continued. Type yes when you're ready for part 4, the final chapter, where Naomi and Lily start their new life together. Vincent's final message is revealed, and Naomi discovers she has one more promise to keep, one that will change both their lives forever.